Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the Lakers have the Pelicans tonight in New Orleans. That's not supposed to be going, but they love to throw ads at you when you least expect it while you're on ESPN's app. But yeah, so this is a situation where we have to bounce back because we've been playing some bad ball on the road, to be honest with you guys. I have not liked how we've seen ourselves play against Atlanta. We got ran out the gym when they didn't have any stars out there. Against Charlotte, we barely got out of there with a solid victory after playing just kind of, I'm not going to say lazy ball, but we were playing with our food a good portion of the game. And then against the Thunder, the best team in basketball, we lost by a lot. We did not look good. We struggled from man to man to man. I think it was maybe only two guys that could walk away and say they played well. Everybody else was under the standards that we have for them. So going up against a Pelican team, once again, this is a trap game, just like the Atlanta game, just like the Charlotte game. You have to wake yourself up for this one, even though it has tournament labeling on it. It's still against a Pelican team without Zion, without Jordan Poole. And so the Lakers got to try to psych themselves into being ready for this basketball game. That's really what it comes down to. They got to be ready. We have been at the top of the Western Conference to start this season, playing great ball. We went as well as 7-3 or something like that, and then proceeded to not play good ball after that for the most part. So good news. Adu Thero, our rookie, is finally going to be questionable. I guess that's what you can say. He's upgraded to questionable for the first time this season. We didn't see him in the preseason. We didn't see him in the summer league. We have not seen him since draft night, pretty much. So this will be our first look at Adu Thero, if he does, in fact, suit up tonight, which I think they probably will suit him up. Of course, James is out. LeBron, that is. Of course, Bronny will be out there. Gabe Vincent also out. And they should be returning probably beginning of our homestand against Utah. So New Orleans, they, like I said, Jordan Poole, Zion out, DeJounte Murray out, and that's what it looks like for them. I think there may be a little bit more to it than that. I don't think that's the full thing. Give me just a second. We'll check the other app here. Yeah, that's all they have. 3 guys out. So, they are shorthanded, but what we have to understand about this team is that they still have some very talented young players, particularly some rookies that are really starting to do some good things. And we'll get into their last 5 games, and that'll tell us exactly how they've been playing. So, of course, this is their game against Charlotte, which is 5 games ago on 11-4, was a win for the Pelicans. We've covered that game already because we played Charlotte very recently, obviously. So that was inclusive in that. But we will go over the team stats and just do it again anyway because I feel like it. So the Charlotte Hornets shot 47% from the field, 39-82, and the Pelicans 47% from the field, 43-90. The Pelicans shot 17-38 from the 3 for 44%, and from the free throw line, the Pelicans shot 13-19 for 68%. From the three-point line, Charlotte 13-38 for 34%, and 75% from the line, 21 of 28. Charlotte won on the glass, as we find that they really beat everybody on the glass. 49-39 was that one. 15 offensive boards for the Hornets, 13 for the Pellies. The Pelicans had 27 assists. The Hornets had 20. Pelicans had 9 steals to the Hornets 8. And the Pelicans had 3 blocks to the Hornets 6. Now the Pelicans only turned the ball over 13 times. 11 points conceded off of those. And the Hornets 20 times. 22 points conceded off of those. So this Pelican team's not to be underestimated as it pertains to their steals. 9 steals, 20 turnovers, 22 points they got from those turnovers. This is a team that can play a little defense when they want to. So we need to be prepared for a above average defensive unit out there tonight. Fast break points, 25 for the Pellies, 11 for the Hornets. So you can see that's how they really got them. Points in the paint, 46 for the Pels, 48 for the Hornets. And at one point, the Pels were up by 12. Hornets were up by 9. They blew that lead. And, of course, the Pelicans won 116-112. So the box score, of course, will only go over the Pelicans, not the Hornets. Last time we went over the Hornets, not the Pelicans. So if you care to hear those stats, that's in the pregame of the Hornets-Laker game a few nights ago. So Kevon Looney did not score. He was 0-3 from the field, 0-1 from 3, 4 points, 2 assists. 1 turnover, 1 block, minus 22 in 15 minutes. They've switched up the box score format again. I think I like it better now, but it's going to take a little time to adjust again. So this is the second time they've made changes in as much as 2 weeks. Obviously, they heard everyone's complaint. I think this is better. We'll see how it goes from here. Herb Jones, 11 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 of them offensive boards, 36 minutes of play, a +1. So it's not going to ring off the tongue very easily because they got the offensive boards far away from the boards themselves. So we'll have to double back. You'll get used to me saying it like that. Trey Murphy III, 21 points, 7 of 16 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3. Not bad. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. And he was a +3 in 37 minutes. Jordan Poole, who will not be out there, of course, tonight, had 11 points, 3 of 14 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Bad shooting from Jordan Poole. He also had 6 assists, 2 boards, and 3 turnovers, 27 minutes of play. He was a -1. Jeremiah Fears, good young rookie, 11 points, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 steal. And he had 17 minutes out there, -17. Carlo Matovic, the Carlo guy, that's what we nicknamed him over here. We learned about this guy. He can play some ball, and he's been good this season. The Carlo guy had 13 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 offensive boards. He had a +13 in 15 minutes out there. So be aware of the Carlo guy. He is not to be toyed with. A nice big body dude catching lobs, dunking, doing all types of stuff out there. Be aware of the Carlo guy. Derek Queen, also another fantastic young rookie. I just picked him up on a lot of fantasy teams. I'm a fan of what he's been doing. Big body, very, very talented. Probably just as skilled as Zion, not nearly as athletic, but his skill level may be above Zion. So if you think you're getting a night off at that position just because Zion's not out there, look at Derek Queen and understand that that is not the case. He's going to do everything you thought Zion was going to do, probably better in some ways. 12 points in this particular game, 5 of 7 from the field, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals, 3 turnovers, 3 offensive boards, +13 in 18 minutes. He did all of that in 18 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot of production in just 18 minutes. So be aware of Derek Queen. One of the things that we scouted in regards to Queen before we go any further is that he really does steal the ball. He's a gifted guy with active hands. He knows how to use his hands. He's going to force steals. He's good at it. He's going to get deflections. He's cat-like quick in that regard. So if you know anything about Derek Queen on the defensive end, they're going to say he's no good. But they ain't going to take into account his cat-like quickness, just like D'Angelo Russell. That's the same trait D'Lo has. Terrible defensively in theory, but they're fast and they're good with their hands. So be careful with Derek Queen. It's a big body, and he's going to get deflections. Jose Alvarado, if we're playing against the Pelicans, you know what time it is. Look for the inbound steal. He's going to hide behind somebody, maybe even a referee if he can, and then he's going to try to pounce as soon as you check the ball in. He hasn't been trying to do this too often, so I know he's going to use it at some point. I would expect he'll do it tonight against the Lakers. Be ready for that. He will never catch us off guard with that, man. Never in life. Jose Alvarado, look for the inbound steal. 7 of 11 from the field in this game and 18 points he had there. 4 of 7 from the 3. He was pretty hot that night. +21. He had 2 steals, 6 assists, and 3 boards to go along with that in 31 minutes of play. So, yeah, Jose had a really good game against Charlotte. I'd expect he's going to want to play well against us. Sadiq Bey, 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds to go with his 17 points. He was a +8 in 27 minutes. So, yeah, keep an eye open for him, too. He's having a pretty good season so far. And Jordan Hawkins, they still haven't found a way to get Jordan Hawkins some minutes, man. I would love to see him get away from this team. There's absolutely no reason a player this talented who can shoot this well can't get in the lineup. They are failing to develop him properly, and I know if he goes to the right spot, he's going to be a terror. If he comes here and he's able to play with LeBron and Luka, we're going to find him in the corner for so many damn threes, bro. Yeah. We should go after Jordan Hawkins before people realize who he is, because the Pelicans apparently don't know who they have. I do, Check out his tape in college. He's one of the best talent. He's one of the most talented movement shooters the game is going to have. he's better than most at that, and they just don't utilize him. So yeah, I'm hoping that Jordan Hawkins lands somewhere where you have talented point guards, and we happen to have two guys who can get him the ball. So I think we should go after Jordan Hawkins. If we make any type of trade for Herb Jones, make sure Jordan Hawkins is in that. You'll thank me later. He did not have a good game in this one. He only had 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 17 minutes of play, +1. But if he's utilized properly in the right offense, he's going to be a sniper for years. It's just what he does. So that's what happened there. The New Orleans Pelicans did get the 4-point win against the Charlotte Hornets. Two bad teams went up against each other. Nothing to really talk about there other than Pelly's win. Let's get into the next game the Pelicans had. They played the Dallas Mavericks. 101-99. The Pelicans got the win. Mavericks are struggling as usual. You know, everybody's heard. They just fired their GM. It's turmoil all over the place, but at least people can start to heal now in Dallas. But they weren't healing this night. In fact, they got beat up 101-99. A close game. It wasn't that bad. But they did lose. And let's see what the team stats tell us. So the Pelicans, 39 of 91 from the field for 42%. And the Mavs, 37 of 89 from the field for 41%. From the 3, 10 of 31 for the Pellies, 32%. And for the Mavs, 10 of 32, 31%. So they were neck and neck with the shooting. They must have been going back and forth all night. Free throw line, 81% for the Pels, 13 of 16, 75% for the Mavs, 15 of 20. And the Pelicans were a +12 on the boards, 56 to 44. Pelicans had 14 offensive boards. The Mavs had 10. So that's 2 games in a row where both teams had double-digit offensive boards. We should be able to get ours. They're going to get theirs. We got to rebound the ball well if we want to beat the Pels. So 18 assists for both teams, 10 steals for the Pels. Once again, a high steal number, 11 for the Mavs. 3 blocks for the Pels, 7 for the Mavs. 16 turnovers for the Pels, 7 points conceded off of 16 turnovers. That's good transition defense for the Pellies. 15 turnovers for the Mavs, 18 points conceded off of those. 16 for the fast break for the Pels, 18 for the Mavs, 52 points in the paint for the Pels, 50 for the Mavericks. The largest lead of the game for the Mavericks was 5, and for the Pelicans it was 13. Of course, the Pelicans won by 3. All right, let's get into the box score here, see what happened. Of course, we will only go over the Pelicans. Kevon Looney, 8 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. 4 offensive boards for Kevon, no surprise there, -1, 15 minutes of play. Herb Jones, 12 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 0 of 1 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, 35 minutes, he was a +10. Trey Murphy, 11 points, 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 6 from the 3, bad shooting night, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 3 offensive boards. He was a +1 in 38 minutes. Sadiq Bey shot well again, 22 points, 9 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 9 rebounds, 1 assist. 30 minutes of play, he was a -1. That was a good line. Jeremiah Fears, 13 points, 5 of 15 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, bad shooting there from the rook, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, and he was a -10 in 25 minutes. Karlo Matovic, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 2 rebounds in just 10 minutes of play. He was a +1. Derek Queen, 11 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 5 of 7 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals. He was a -3 in 26 minutes. Jose Alvarado shot well again, man. 13 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 8 rebounds for the little guy, 2 assists, and he was a +12, 23 minutes of play. Micah Peavy did not score. He missed a 3 in 18 minutes. He also had 3 defensive rebounds, a +1. And Jordan Hawkins got some shots up, 9 points, 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. He was a 0 on the plus minus in 20 minutes. He's not shooting well. Not really backing me up in regards to what I'm saying here. But I think if you put him in the right offense, he's going to get shots up and he's going to make them. He's a very talented shooter. He's just not shooting well right now. But it is what it is. That concludes what we have to say about the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Dallas Mavericks. Very close game. Good highlights to watch. You know, I don't know if anybody really played all that well for the Mavs as I look at the scores here for those guys. But this is right before they fired their GM. So it is what it is. But Saddiq Bey shot well, you know, and that's really what stands out for me in this one. And we got to be careful with the New Orleans Pelicans' case of steals. They are forcing turnovers. Let's see if that continues going into their next game. So, after a 2-game winning streak, they ran into Wemby and lost, just like everybody else for the most part. 126-119. This game was in San Antonio on the 8th of November. And let's get into the team stats. So the Pelicans shot 47% from the field, 45 of 94, and 15 of 38 from the three for 39% from the three. And from the free throw line, they were 14 of 17 for 82%. For the Spurs, 48 of 90 for 53% from the field, 14 of 40 for 35% from the three, and 16 of 18 for 88% from the line. The Spurs were plus 3, 43-40, plus 3 on the boards. And again, double-digit offensive boards for both teams. 10 for the Spurs, 11 for the Pelicans had 27 assists. The Spurs had 31. That's a lot of assists for both teams, honestly. 7 steals for the Pelicans, 6 for the Spurs. 2 blocks for the Pels, 6 for the Spurs. Both teams had 12 turnovers. 19 points conceded off of the Spurs, 12. And 11 turnovers conceded off of the Pelicans, 12. So the Pelicans are not bad in transition on defense. They're really not. They turn the ball over, but they tend to get back, it seems. That's what the numbers are telling us. Fast break points, 16 for the Pels, 20 for the Spurs. Points in the paint, 54 for the Pelicans, 62 for the Spurs. And the largest lead of the game for the Spurs was 19, and the Pelicans did not lead in this game at all. All right, let's get into the box score. Kevon Looney had 5 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line. 6 rebounds go along with that, 2 of them offensive. 17 minutes of play, he was a -6. Herb Jones, 15 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. He was a plus 17 in 38 minutes. Trigger had 41 points, did Trey Murphy III. 5 of 11 from the field. No, 5 of 11 from 3, 15 of 22 from the field. 6 of 6 from the line, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 offensive boards, a -14. That's a huge line for Trigger. Not surprised, though. He's a very fantastic player, only getting better, and we will see a lot of him tonight. Saddiq Bey, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, a +9 in 30 minutes of play. Jeremiah Fears, 18 points, 8 of 17 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. His 3 isn't falling. We are noticing that. His 3 is not falling right now. 2 of 3 from the line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. 31 minutes of play, he was a -1. Carlo Matovic, 4 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 5 rebounds. In 9 minutes of play, he had a -7 there in the plus-minus. Derek Queen, 13 points, 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. Not good shooting for DQ. 8 assists, though, and 4 turnovers, 2 blocks. And that was 25 minutes of play. He was a 0 on the plus-minus. So the 8 assists is pretty impressive. He can fill up the box score in a lot of areas, this Derek Queen rookie. Number 22 is to be taken seriously. Jose Alvarado, 8 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 2 of 2 from the 3 as well. He had 2 boards, 5 assists. It was a -6, 17 minutes of play. Micah Peavy missed all 4 of his field goals, missed a 3 as well, 5 rebounds, 3 offensive boards for Micah. 18 minutes of play, he was a -5. And Jordan Hawkins, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. 1 turnover, 18 minutes of play, he was a -22. He's not being utilized correctly. Can't stress that enough. So, yeah, the Spurs took care of him, no problem. Wemby only had 18 points. He shot poorly from the three, but it didn't matter. Got a lot of help from Shohan and Champagny off the bench. And Devin Vassell shot very well from the three. Stephon Castle did not. And that's pretty much how that went. They took care of business against a bad Pelly team. You would expect that from the Spurs. No problem. Next up, the Phoenix Suns against the Pelicans. Phoenix got their butts whooped bad. The Pellies took care of business, or vice versa. Vice versa. I was looking at this wrong. Sorry, you guys. 121-98 was the score. The Suns whooped on the Pellies, not the other way around. That makes sense because the Suns are pretty decent this year. The Pellies not. And this game was in Phoenix. And so let's go over the stats to get it right. The Suns, 39-78 from the field for 50%, 19 of 43 from the three for 44%. So they were lighting it up from behind the arc at home. 39-83 for the Pels, 41% from the field, and 10 of 32 from the three for 31% there. From the line, both teams got to the line a lot. 20 of 26 for the Pellies for 76%, and 24 of 31 for the Suns for 77%. The Suns won the boards +2, 42-40. And again, both teams had double-digit offensive boards. This is consistent. 15 of them for the Pelicans, 10 for the Suns. The Suns had 29 assists to the Pelicans' 18. Both teams had 12 steals. That's another thing that's consistent. The Pelicans steal the ball. 3 blocks for the Pels, 7 for the Suns. 20 turnovers for the Pels. 29 points conceded off of those. They did not have a good game in transition than this one. Not at all. That transition defense was hurting. 18 turnovers for the Suns, 16 points conceded off of those. Fast break points, 16-9. The Pellies got the win there. And the points in the paint, 48-32. The Pellies got the win there. Still lost by a lot, though. It's because a lot of threes were shot. That's what it was. At one point, the Pels were up by 4, and ultimately, the Suns ended up with a 32-point lead in this game. Yeesh, ugly. Let's see what happens with the box score. Kevon Looney had 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 offensive boards, -7 in 16 minutes. Kevon is a big part of the problem when it comes to offensive rebounds for the opposing team. Herb Jones, 7 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. 29 minutes of play was a -10. Trey Murphy, 21 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 7 of 9 from the line, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 6 turnovers for Trey, 2 steals, 4 offensive boards there. 33 minutes of play, he was a -13. Sadiq Bey, 6 of 14 from the field, 15 points, 2 of 6 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, 2 offensive boards. 29 minutes, he was a -17. Jeremiah Fears, 15 points, 4 of 13 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3. So he shot a little better from the 3 in this one. Hit all 4 of his free throws, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 turnovers. He turned the ball over a lot. And 2 steals on the night, a -11 in 31 minutes. Carlo Guy, 11 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. Hit both of his free throws, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 17 minutes of play, he was a -11. Derek Queen, 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 offensive boards. In 25 minutes, he was a -11 as well. Jose Alvarado, 8 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and he also was a -11 in 23 minutes. Micah Peavy, 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 turnover, 1 block, 16 minutes of play, he was a -6. Bryce McGowan's got in with 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field in just 5 minutes of play. He also had a steal. And Jordan Hawkins, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 3 from the line, -18. He had 1 point. That was it, and 1 turnover. Not being utilized correctly. And Yves Messi got a DMP coach's decision. How is Yves Messi getting DMPs? What's going on in New Orleans? And they wonder why they lose by 1 trillion. The rookie last year who balled out for you at the center position It's not getting any playing time. Yo, somebody do something about the Pelicans. They're irritating, man. I don't know what's going on there. I don't like any of this. So, yeah, this was a big game from Grayson Allen. He's breaking out, by the way, for those who aren't paying attention. Grayson Allen walked away with 42 points in this game. He hit 10 of 15 from the 3 and 12 of 17 from the line. He was a plus 22 out there. He is playing like a madman, and it's one of the reasons why the Suns are as good as they are, because he's breaking out of nowhere. So you got to pay attention to him when you play the Suns, but we don't play the Suns, so that's about as much as the Suns as we're going to get out of that. But 42 points for Grayson Allen, he's breaking out. So that's really all I got to say about that particular game. This is the Grayson Allen game. New Orleans ran into a buzzsaw. Nothing to talk about. And last but not least, another loss for the Pelicans, 125-117. In their own gym, they lost to the Blazers. So let's get into the team stats, see what happened with Portland. Portland shot 57% from the field, 48-83, and 35% from the 3, 13-37, and 94% from the line, 16-17. Pellies, 43-91 from the field for 47%, 33% from the 3, 13-39, and 85% from the line, 18-21. The rebounding total, Blazers had 39, Pellies had 35. Blazers had 9 offensive rebounds, and the Pellies had 15. So once again, just shy of both teams having double-digit offensive boards. But they give up a lot of them, and they snatch their own. So we have to control the defensive glass tonight, man. We have to. We do not want to give this Pelican team too many looks. So the Pelicans had 28 assists, and the Blazers had 26. Blazers had 5 steals, Pelicans had 6. Blazers had 5 blocks, Pelicans had 2. Pelicans had 10 turnovers, 18 points conceded off of those. Kind of taking care of the basketball, but did give up a little more than you would like to see in transition. 13 turnovers for the Blazers, 14 points conceded off of those. Fast break points, 17 for the Blazers, 6 for the Pels. Points in the paint, 64 for the Blazers, 56 for the Pels. At one point, the Blazers were up by 15, and the Pelicans had a 6-point lead as well. All right, let's get into the box score. We'll go straight to the Pelicans. Kevon Looney did not score. He missed a 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal in 8 minutes of play. He was a -7. Herb Jones, 11 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. Had 3 assists, 1 board, 1 steal. 34 minutes, he was a -5. Trey Murphy, 22 points, 8 of 18 from the field, 3 of 11 from 3. Not good three-point shooting there. Hit all 3 of his free throws, though. He had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal in 35 minutes. He was a -4. Sadiq Bey, 8 of 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from the 3, 6 of 7 from the line, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 offensive boards for Sadiq. A -4 in 35 minutes. He's been shooting pretty good, man. Not great from the line, but good from the field. Jeremiah Fears, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 6 of 6 from the line. He had 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 offensive boards there, a -3 in 26 minutes for the Rook. The Carlo guy had 5 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. 14 minutes of play, he was a -3. And Derek Queen shot the ball very well from the field, 12 of 18. 0 of 1 from the 3. He had 26 points on the night, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 offensive boards, a 0 in the plus-minus in 38 minutes of play. So he's getting the minutes and he's producing. Got to pay attention to DQ. Yves Messi did not score in 2 minutes of play. He got a block. He is so underutilized, just like Jordan Hawkins, man. They have got to fire their coach. They got to fire their coach, man. I'm sorry. They got to fire the coach. This is enough. Jose Alvarado, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 3 turnovers for Jose. He was a -5 in 22 minutes. He also had a steal there. Micah Peavy, 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 offensive boards for Micah. He tends to do well on the boards when they give him minutes, a -11 in 12 minutes. And Jordan Hawkins, 6 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. 9 minutes of play, he was a +2. So he was 2 of 4 from 3 on this one. And he also had 2 boards to go along with it. So this is the only game where he actually shot well from the 3, but he can. And so that concludes everything we need to talk about in regards to the Pelicans. Thank you guys for sitting through all those boring numbers, but we want to get that information in our head so we know who's doing what. At the end of the day, this Pelican team is better on the offensive glass than most. They brick a lot too, so that makes sense. And they tend to steal the ball, so we need to be careful. They have games where they take care of transition defense, depending on who's on the floor. Of course, they have talented defenders like Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones, Trigger Murphy's pretty good. Kevon Looney's going to kill it on the offensive glass, also a good defender. So we need to be careful, man. Derek Queen, as we said, has good hands, and he's starting to get more and more confidence. He's taking on a bigger role without Zion out there. I expect for him to have a big game tonight on his home floor, especially given that this is a tournament game. I expect guys like that to be very, very active. And Trigger Murphy's more than capable of going off, man. He's not shooting all that well right now, but he is more than capable. As we clearly see, he had a 40-point game. He's a phenomenal scorer when he's in his zone. He's hard to deal with. And Sadiq Bey is back to playing like Sadiq Bey from Detroit when he first got started in the league before the injuries hit. He's in good shape. He's playing well. He seems to fit on this roster and their system. He looks good. And Jeremiah Fears, not shooting that great from the three, but ultimately a very good connective point guard out there with fantastic handles, can drive at the rim consistently. Once he gets his strength together, he's going to be a problem in this league. So he's getting a lot of minutes in Murray's absence, and I would expect that he's going to try to have a great game tonight against a Laker team. Yeah, man. And, of course, Jose Alvarado, if you're not guarding against the inbound steal, then you haven't done your homework on the Pelicans, because this man's been doing this for years, and I expect for him to do it tonight. So crash the glass against this team, and you should be all right. Herb Jones, another fantastic defensive player. Obviously, we have him on our radar. I heard a lot of rumors that he could potentially be moved, since his team could potentially be on the verge of tanking. Well, they're already tanking, but they may want to kind of move away from a win-now timeline, move on from some stuff. I would imagine he'd be on the move. Definitely somebody the Lakers want on the roster. So that's really what it is, man. Pay attention to the Carlo guy as well. They got some talented players. I just don't think they got good coaching. And I've been saying this for a little while now. I'm just not a big fan of what they're doing out there, giving DMPs to their rookie center from last year who played great in his rookie season. None of this makes any sense, man. Jordan Hawkins can't get any minutes out there. It's not making much sense, man. I'm sorry. They're too talented, and they've been too talented of a roster to be as bad as they are. And so somebody's got to answer for that, and I have a feeling it's going to be their coach. So if we win this game tonight, I've been hearing rumblings that they may be firing the coach if things don't go right this week. He could be on the fence. I say let's send him packing. Get this victory, take care of the Pelicans, bounce back from a very bad performance against the Thunder. We got our rookie coming in tonight. Let's see if there's some garbage minutes out there for him tonight by getting a big win. That's what I want to see. And so that's it. It's the first of 4 meetings against the Pelicans, man. We see them again 16 days from now as well in our building. And then we'll see them in January on the 6th in their building. And then we'll see them on March the 3rd in our building. So let's check out what they're going to be wearing tonight. Of course, with this being a tournament game, we got a special floor that the Pelicans are going to send out there. And I actually think it's a pretty good one. It's not bad looking. Not a bad looking floor to me. Of course, they're going to be wearing their Crescent City Reds to match that. You can see those. And we will be wearing our whites tonight. So that's what's up for the uniforms. Projected starters for the Lakers: Marcus Smart, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Rui Hachimura, and Ayton. Hopefully those guys play well, because they sure as heck ain't been playing well lately. Jeremiah Fears, Sadiq Bey, Kevon Looney, Herb Jones, and Trey Murphy for the Pellies. That is a strange starting lineup. That's strange. I don't like it. It's ugly. We should win this game if this is the starting lineup they're throwing out there. And I know that's not the determining factor for whether or not you win games, but I hate what they're doing there. That is awful. And I know they're missing people, but my God, Derek Queen's playing so good right now. He can't get in the starting lineup. It's craziness. Anyway, let's beat this bad team, man. I'll be thoroughly disappointed with the Lakers if we don't absolutely demolish this team. They're shorthanded. They're not good. They do have some strength that we clearly pointed out, but at the end of the day, it's a tournament game, and we are in a very soft tournament group. This group is soft, the softest tournament group in the league. We just so happen to be in, y'all. All of the teams other than us suck. So we should be able to win all these tournament games. for now, and that's ultimately what I expect. Anything less than that would be uncivilized Lakers. Honestly, you have no business losing this basketball game. You already dropped one against the Hawks, so you shouldn't have any excuses for coming in here not prepared. It ain't gonna be two of those in a one road trip. I refuse to believe the Lakers are gonna lose this game, man. So that's really what it is. Welcome to the Lake Show. Adu Thero. Hopefully he is going to play tonight. I am very much looking forward to this guy. I was a fan of his when I first started doing homework on him, when I didn't even think the Lakers had their eye on this kid. He was one of my favorite rookies in this entire draft. So if he's able to actually suit up for my team, it's almost like a dream come true in a way, because this is one of my favorite rookies. I think his athleticism is crazy. I think he's a project who probably ain't going to be able to help a team right away, but he's the kind of guy that I would develop and teach him all the different things that there are to learn about the game. And I think you'll have an all-star about 4 or 5 years from now. That's my vision for him. I think the Lakers are going to need him to play a little sooner than that, obviously. But that's the vision. He can be a fantastic player if developed properly. But he does have some deficiencies, so I have some doubts that he's going to help us right away. But his athleticism, his active hands, his rebounding ability should translate right away. So I'm beyond excited about Adu Thero. I'm super ecstatic that the Lakers picked him up, and I think he's going to be fantastic for us in due time. But it's going to take time, I think. Hopefully I'm wrong. So that's what I think, and that's what this is all about for me. Of course, we have our stars out there. Austin and Luka need to bounce back. They look terrible against the Pelicans. Against the Thunder. So I expect for them to have a huge game tonight. One of them or both of them should play great tonight. And that's really it, man. The Pelicans are a bad team, man. They're on the verge of firing their coach. You know, they need something to rally around. And beating the Lakers at home in a tournament game will do that for them. We do not want to be a rallying cry for a bad basketball team. Go out there and whoop their behinds. BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.